Great Umoja family, great Umoja. Sending out the black signal now. Y'all should be getting that. I guess we still on these summertime hours. I've been having some major issues on this piece here, man. Listen, I've been trying. I swear I've been trying to do stuff on the computer, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to go back to where I can do some stuff on the Facebook piece. Turn off embed, edit video. Let's try edit video. And then we're going to get into the song. We're going to do the toast. Trying to master this stuff. Black signal just went out. I'm feeling good. Dang, it said I can invite friends to watch. I didn't know I could do all this on. So I'm missing out by trying to add stuff to my stream. I guess I am. So, let's see. Alright, let's get off of this. Alright, it's switching on me now. So, while it's doing, there we go. So I'm going to throw up a poll. We got people coming in. Shouts out to whoever that's in there watches right now. We're about to do this toast. What I want to do is I want to create a poll this morning. We're going to see about creating a poll. And we're going to take off this piece because it'll take up a lot of streaming time. And we're going to get straight to it. So family, you know what it is. You are now standing amongst the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Damn, Anime, you was ready. This is a Heart of a Simple production, and of course we on a daily toast. You know we daily gather to toast our ancestors. But we strive to blow up your old paradigms. I hear that? Why am I stuck so low?
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. My mic is at up 100. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Now grab your glass, put some water. Get the container of that water. If that container of the water, pour your water. Drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Family, stretch your body. Oh, drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. What? Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. What? Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, Raise, toast, then drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But to stay healthy, breathe, drink, eat, move. Culturally appropriate, fresh water, appropriate food. But hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Oh, oh, oh. Toast your ancestors. Break down. Drink your water. Drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Drink your water, fam. Oh, great Umoja to each and every last one of you. I want to say thank y'all for your patience. Thank y'all for adjusting to the summer hours. It's kind of hard on Gye-Nyame for me. I mean, like I said, I was up, and I wasn't up too late last night, but I had it had to be like a 1990s feeling. Family thing, now, I've been so used to working with, Google that I don't have to back stuff up no more. Some of us are old enough to remember computers when you had to back up everything. If you didn't back it up, it was tough for you, right? So I'm working on this program called Designer, which I actually like it. I'm learning about it, but I'm still on the learning curve. So there's a function on there called auto save, and you have to turn it off. I turn it off. Well, I ain't got to, but I choose to turn it off because during the last couple of weeks, when I use it, it constantly saves and it pops up on the screen and it gets in the way. So I turn off the auto save. I know. Those of you old enough to know what happened, I know. Don't yell. Don't yell at me. Right? I'm the learning curve. Because I'm going to remember to say my word. And I did remember to say my word. But I didn't remember to say my word before that shit blanked out on me. It blanked all the way out on me. I'm getting the post done for the newsletter. I'm like, ooh, the newsletter coming out. I'm so excited. Oh, man, I'm going to have it out on time. And that whole shit just blanked out on me. I'm 2 days from the deadline. So I had to take a breath. My kids laughing, especially Gina, because she really don't understand. They don't have to deal with this type of stuff because they use Chromebooks. Everything is automatically saved. But one day, she will feel my pain. Because that's like in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, when you was at the computer lab, doing your work, getting your grind on, doing your building, writing your paper, and all of a sudden something happened and everything that you've been writing on is gone. And everybody be like, Didn't you back it up? We wouldn't be having this conversation if I backed it up, right? I wouldn't be over your house doing what we doing right now if I had backed it up. Miss Gina G, Chef Gina G, just made me an omelet. That's dope. That's dope, Gina G. Can you put this over right there on the table, and I will eat that right after the show. That's a nice looking omelet, Gina G. Nice and thick. How many eggs you use for that? 4 eggs. That was too much. But hey, thank you. That's why it's so thick. Oh my gosh, she's trying to kill me. It got cheese on it too? Do it have cheese on it too? Okay, cool. So Miss Gina G just made me an omelet. I'm gonna say thanks, Miss Gina G. I'm thinking about doing a poll, family. We're gonna create us a poll this morning. I'm thinking. Let me think about what question to ask. But, alright, let's get to the news real quick. Let's see. Well, the Gye-Nyame Journey newsletter is behind. You know, I'm still waiting for some articles. I could blame the family, because I'm still waiting for articles. But I won't do that. I'm not gonna call nobody out. You know. Because, Kwame on point. Kwame had his shit in late June. Right? Everybody else, I could blame it on y'all, but I'm not. I'm going to say that the whole system shut down and I lost a lot of info. And I'm quite sure a lot of y'all info was on that stuff that I lost. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to check and see if anybody used the shared document that I posted out there. If not, we'll just roll with what we got, right? And I'm still not recording on my, okay, cool. I'll just keep it off of the Hot Tim Gye-Nyame. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, so let me see if I posted anything in the news. Poll. This is AP News. 1 in 4 don't plan to retire despite realities of aging. And one of the issues that a lot of people are facing is money. So this is 1 in 4 in all of America. We need to do a poll like this to see how many of us ADOS. Is it still 1 in 4? Because that's a fourth of America that's not talking about retirement, because they have not made enough money to retire. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder what that number would be for us. We could do a small poll with our crew to see about that. Miss Kim Carswell looked at it and said, that's a good idea. We are forming a civilization. Now, this came off of National Geographic, and I just want to, just share a little bit, because this kind of helps with the whole definition of some of the stuff that we're doing. Let's see, somebody is up on. Okay, let's see. Civilization. We're forming a civilization. Check it out. Here we go. A civilization is a complex human society, usually made up of different cities with certain characteristics with cultural and technological development. In many parts of the world, early civilizations formed when people began coming together in urban settlements. However, defining what civilization is and what society falls under that designation is hotly contested. It's a hotly contested argument even among today's anthropologists. The word civilization relates to the Latin word cities or civitas or city. This is why the most basic definition of the word civilization is a society made up of cities. So we need other cities. So we got one city, Columbus. We need other cities with at least 3 to 5 Gye-Nyame members so that we can have cities so that we can say we formed a civilization. But early in the development of the term, anthropologists and others use civilization and civilized society to differentiate between societies they found culturally superior, which they were often a part of course, and those they found culturally inferior, which they referred to as savage or barbaric cultures. The term civilization was often applied to in an ethnocentric way, with civilization being considered morally and good and culturally advanced and other societies being morally wrong and backward. This complicated history is what makes defining a civilization troublesome for scholars and why today's modern definition is still in flux. But, hold on, still most anthropologists agree on some criteria. Now check this out. To define a society as a civilization, first, civilization have some kind of urban settlements and are not nomadic. We kind of fit in there. We kind of, I move every 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So that's not really nomadic, is it? With support from the people living in the settlement, labor is divided up into specific jobs called the division of labor. So not everyone has to focus on growing their own food. Now, we're trying to get to a point where we can start growing our own food, but you have a division of labor so people can specialize. From this specialization come class structures and government, both aspects of civilization. Another criterion for civilization is a surplus of food, which we don't have, which comes from having tools to aid in growing crops, writing, trading, artwork, and monuments and development of science, technologies are all aspects of civilization. All right. So, Brother Kwame says, albeit, I understand why you have assumed that the reason for not retiring is due to not having enough money. You must rely on the given statement of the polar, smirking. However, from what you said, there may be other reasons for not retiring, saying fear of dying. Should one relax away from labor of one sort? Damn. That is true, man, because, listen, my grandfather did kind of deteriorate when he stopped working. That's kind of I feel you. But, some of us still don't have that dough to live that life. You know what I'm saying? There's a major life change in retirement for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, for a long time, we've been confusing wealth with income, and income changes when we retire. But yeah, you're right. That that's something else. So maybe when we form the if we was to form a poll and send it out on our text list and our email list, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in the questions we'll put that too, so that we can look at some of the reasons that some of us would not want to retire at a specific age. You putting syrup on your omelet? What's that? What you make?
Eggs.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Chef Gina G is in the house. Shouts out. Give her a round of applause. She making her daddy omelets. Alright, we're gonna finish this bottle up. I still ain't made the tea. I gotta make the tea. Cause it look like I'm gonna be out in the woods from the 14th to the 19th. I'll be back on the 20th so that I can, meet with the fam. We got a major meeting coming up on the 20th, huh? Yeah, that one old. That's that super oldness. Right now I got this bottle. Sister Navita she gets the ambrosia and just sits on it. Then be like, it's not, I don't want it. Like, what, girl? This is the supreme right here. You're going to get all the health benefits out of this. And make a hell of a salad. Alright, so let's go and get this toast on, family. Without any further ado, let me check the news, see if there's anything else. Family, don't forget to post, because now, to make it easier for yourself, for those in the family, except for Kwame, because Kwame got an ongoing series. This is part 4 of his series that he's coming out, because every last man. And damn, just because Kwame been doing that, we've been able to track how many newsletters we had. We done have 4 newsletters Kwame is in the 4th part of his series of teaching people how to lie. Teaching us, I ain't going to say because I'm illogical in some of my ways too, teaching us how to logically think. I mean, it's thorough, so make sure you check it out. All right, so that's it for the news right now. That's all we got. I'll be looking for some more articles to post up so that we can have some discussion in the later weeks. But, it's all gonna come back around to reminding y'all that we got to get up and we got to fight for these reparations. Together, you and me, trying to get reparations. All right, let's go. Let's get to it. All right, family. First, raising the glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We raise our glass and we salute. And I'm going to do a special salute for Sister Kim because it got to be like 3 a.m. Because I think y'all behind us or are you ahead of us? I don't know. All right. But anyway, shots out. Shots out. We raise our glass to the Creator and we say our shade. From there, family, we move to our list of our illustrious ancestors. Those who looked out for us when we couldn't look out for ourselves. Kwame got another comment on here. We got to handle the Black Yoda or he will sick the force on me. It's real talk to say there are those of us who will never have enough wealth or money to retire. Shit. Yeah. Real talk. I mean, and one of the things that, I have learned as I got older, a lot of times we mask some of the reason we don't do things with reasons to do things. Like, I don't have enough money to retire. And, what's crazy is I call the people. I'm like, damn, I'm looking at my retirement. Let's say I work for another 20 years. How much would I have? They said an amount. I said, are you kidding? Are you kidding? You're just playing with me, right? What in the hell? What am I supposed to do with that? They said the best you can. That was a great comeback. Best you can. This little bit of change. I worked 20 years, right? Plus, all the little side stuff that's popping off, But we often mask and we convince ourselves it's the truth. I think it's called resonant dissonance or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, boom, we can't see the truth sometimes, so we mask it with other things because it's so uncomfortable. So the way, like how we deal with white supremacy and racism in society, we make it comfortable, But anyway, we're going to toast and raise our glass to our ancestors, right? We're going to salute them and thank them for all of the investment that they made in us. Just as we are making investments in the children, our children that are yet to come. The children that's here and the children that's yet to come. So here we go. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Texas, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, George, and William Walton. Chris and Fanny Ganson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, Nomo X, Pet Mont, Romley Kapoor, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L., Pulling and Luxter Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Frost, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Rich Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Fritz Clark. Cognitive dissonance. Thank you, Sister Navita. Since you can't see the YouTube comments, YouTube usually pops up. It's the Facebook comments that I'm really having a problem with, unless you posted up on YouTube today and I didn't see it. I'm not seeing any comments on my timeline, but on the Facebook I am seeing the comments because I opened up the other window so I could do a poll. Because so where we leave off on? Fritz, Mr. Lon John, Miss Marie McDowell, Jennifer Foss, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Natalie Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark. Some people just got some ancestors just got shouted out twice. That's a beautiful thing. Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Ritterman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bert Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agosto Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, I. Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury. Where am I at? Theolis Hasbury. Where you at? Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Alec Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keishla Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Harriet Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Annie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatette Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Delimon Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. I be looking around because I be trying to check your comments and stuff. So, because I want to make sure that I include everybody in the conversation, or at least in the toast. William Walter West. Gina, real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Could you get one of those bags from up under the sink and put that, it say Baobab, it's that powder. I need to take that with me because I need to brew some coffee. And on the newsletter, I have the recipe for Gye-Nyame coffee up there. Good for weight loss, good for energy, all that. I'm not playing. No. The big bags, the Kroger bag, because I got to pack my lunch too. If you could look in there, grab me one of those vegetarian Popeyes. I had to stress that because, they be having all types of craziness. I ain't say nothing. William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scannelberry. And family, I appreciate y'all dealing with my quirks and shit. That's family, Winifred Scannelberry, Wilson Hadley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling. Put it over there by the door. Charles Wooden, Penny Brown. If you could look in the bathroom, give me that real brush, because this brush is not doing a damn thing. Give me a brush that I can feel, so that I know the brushing's real. Oh, man. All right, back to the reading. Wilson Haley, Elmer Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Calvin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Prentup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes. I know what the poll question's gonna be. Two of them. One, do you plan on retiring at 65? Second one, are you on the Daily Toaster list? All right. Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles. I'm going to have to get one of the administrators on the site to start doing that so they can let me know. Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenball, Hazel Gasson, Jay Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Tribe, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, Dave Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Ewan Andrew Baker, Patricia Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturge, Sally Mae Becker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla Albers Molly, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Annie Bawali. Hit me up because I want to make sure I got the right blend for your ambrosia. Albers Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, at the Greenback, Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton, Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.A. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins. Sasha, wake up. Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, real life at Gye-Nyame Journey. Sasha! William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Jabea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. And on to the Black Book, which will be added to one of these fancy lists. It's still fancy. Y'all like the book? I love the book. I love the book. Here we go. Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. If anybody's posting up on YouTube, I'm not seeing the comments. And if you have, and you will happen to go over to our Facebook, because it's tapped up to the side, put on there that you was trying to post up and you wasn't able to do it. All right. Let's start off with Joel Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Todd, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Isin, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley and Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane. What is that smell? Who's spraying something? Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols. Cleveland!
Yeah.
You spraying something?
No, why?
It's a smell down here, man. Dominique Nichols. Smell like somebody spraying something in their hair or something. Gina! What you doing?
Who's asking these?
Mine. You gonna put your fingers in my eggs, boy? What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Something wrong with you. You just was about to fight Gina because she did that to you yesterday. Sharifa, real live here at Gye-Nyame Journey. You got to, Gye-Nyame for the children. As the Wu-Tang Clan say, Gye-Nyame for the children. You know what I'm saying? Gye-Nyame love the kids. Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Munger. We raise our glass to all of our ancestors, and I thank the ancestors for putting you in my life. Those of you that's on this daily, right? We deal with each other, right? We come on the show, we have conversations and stuff like that. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. All right? From there, family, we move on. Where do we go? We go from here, we go to the present moment. Right now, we are on Umoja. I say great Umoja to each and every last one of you. I say, I send out a round of applause for all those Umoja babies. I don't have any Umoja babies in my house, but still, y'all get love. Shouts out to all of the Umoja babies. And we are activating our reticular formations right now at this time, and we are seeking out Umoja. We want to capture it in action in the wild. We want to see Umoja in action on our timeline on Gye-Nyame Journey. So no matter where you are, if you see just a little bit of Umoja, you catch a glimpse of it, snap a picture, take a video, make an audio post, write a poem, do something, share it on the timeline under the hashtag Umoja, right? Just right up in there. Right after you get done writing what you're writing, put hashtag Umoja found, hashtag Umoja in action. Just long as it got Umoja in there, because we want to start building it out for the newsletter. Because I would love to be like, boom, sightings, right? You know how those conspiracy magazines be having UFO sightings? I want to have Nguza Saba sightings. Hell, Laws of Mayat sightings. You know what I'm saying? Boom. This happened in such and such a community. They caught Umoja in the wild. Right? And here you go. Right? Something like that. All right. Well, anyway, so activating those reticular formation, we're going out, we're seeking our Umoja, which is unity for those that don't speak the language. Truth is the myotic principle of the day. Violet is the color. Got on my shirt. Mentalism is the Hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kwojo. Female name is Ajwa. Right? Know your day. know what day you was born on. Because, as a matter of fact, we're going to start running through the day name. So, since we are on Umoja born, let's once again crack out one of those long lost hidden Gye-Nyame books. Yeah. I be holding back on y'all, man. I don't give you everything because y'all might assassinate me. I know some killers out there. We got some killers in Gye-Nyame. I'm just trying to keep y'all at bay, you know. Can't give them everything. Hold on. Let's find a day. We want to look at the day for the day. The day name for the day. I got it. Hold on. It's in here. Well, it was in here. I think one of y'all might have came over using some of those ninja skills. Ah! Yeah, Brother Hatem. Yep. I'll be working, family. I got, yeah, here we go. Is that it? That's not it. Hold on. Hang in there. Don't go nowhere yet. Especially those of you that are Umoja born. Because I want you to hear your day name description. What in, there we go. Alright. So that we could go and work through this. We could walk through this. So we are on Umoja born. Also known as Kwojo and Ajua. For those born, here you go. Listen up. Listen closely. Umoja child. God image Ajuo. Male Kwojo. Female Ajua. You are a peacemaker, unconquerable, full of humor and self-understanding. You are capable of calling out the gifts of qualities of others. You enjoy doing the kind of things that help other people, but you do them also to satisfy yourself. You like trying to help just because you feel you are a part of them and that you do benefit yourself as you help out. You make people feel that they depend upon each other as a corporate social body. The enterprise of your life is to enable people to behave better towards one another. A sense of purpose helps you feel that you are good. You have a purpose beyond yourself, and this lends a meaning and direction to your existence. Only rarely do you become bored. To you, responsibility to your children and other individuals is a purpose. You are devoted to helping other people despite others' claims of your time and energy. You are a friend to the world. While people would say this neighborhood, city, school, church, etc. is going to the dogs, you say it is my responsibility to make it better. And knowing a Kwojo, knowing a few Kwojos, that shit hits dead on. So we'll be coming to your day. So we lift up our glass and we salute this present moment. Right now we in Kwojo's moment. Right now we on Umoja. So we salute this moment and we're going to do all that we can to be the best that we can in this moment. And we toast and we say Ashe. From there we toast our children, our children's children on to infinity. And we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on. Where do we go? We go to all of our relations. We toast and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, right? We move to the selfish toast. This is for you, right? What does you need in this moment, right? I know some of you are like, I need my day definition on your day. The only day I probably miss might be Imani. Because I'm going to the woods, so we probably will be leaving early in the morning. All right? So, might not be able to do, I'll be able to do it, but it won't be in this fashion. All right? So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, toast the most marvelous, magnificent, outstanding, uplifting, the strongest individual in the room right now. That's you. Strongest and the most beautiful in the room right now. We lift up our glass and we salute you. God, you. Don't be shy now. We lift up our glass, we salute, we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, something is burning. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And we are out. I'm about to eat on this omelet that this young lady made for me. All right, peace out, family.